All right, let's check this out. Well, that's got to be one of the most unique plugins that I've ever tried. If you want to do a deeper dive with me, then join me today in the studio. Hey there, I'm Dan, the self-proclaimed Lonely Rocker. Welcome to this episode of I Don't Have a Band. Today I'm featuring Quantum from Wavesfactory. Now, I love this company. They're a boutique plugin maker, and they don't have a huge inventory, but when they release a plugin, you can bet that it's going to be very, very unique, much like Quantum. Now, what makes Quantum so unique? Well, in its core, it's a transient shaper, but to call it a transient shaper would really be underestimating what it's capable of doing. It's really a very sophisticated audio processor that's actually pretty easy to use. Now, what it does, it takes a signal and you can divide it into its transients and its sustain, and then you can process each individually with up to 16 different effects. And when I say process separately, I mean separately. You can isolate it, you solo it, you can cut it out. There's a lot of things you can do, but you get independent control of the transients and the sustain. Now think of the possibilities on percussive instruments, but that can carry on to other instruments as well, which we're going to see today. So I've got a couple of examples to share with you to give you an idea what this plugin can do. And as an added bonus, if you stick around to the end, I wanted to see how Quantum works as a sort of repair tool. I take a track, I mangle it up and see if we can bring it back to life with Quantum. All right, let's jump in with our first example and take a look at drums. So drums, loops, rhythmical instruments certainly are the number one candidates to benefit from a plugin like this. I mean, the idea that we can isolate the transients from the sustain means we can create some real definition and articulation in that instrument, and we can apply as much effect as we want to the sustain, blend them together nicely, and we get the best of both worlds, right? We don't lose that definition, but we can really add some really nice, cool effects. Let's see what we can do with this simple drum loop. All right, so I'm going to take this drum loop and turn it into this. Let's review the steps of how I got there. Quantum automatically splits the transients from the sustain the second you engage the plugin. To start, I soloed the transients. You can immediately hear how accurate the transient detection is. You can do the same with the sustain. From this panel, you apply effects exclusively on the transients. With stereo tools, I focus the transients more in the center of the stereo spectrum. Then I use the enhancer to add more definition to the lows and highs. Then I gave it some punch with the compressor. I then shape the final tone with an EQ. Here's what it sounds like so far with the processed transients. Now let's move over to the sustain. So with stereo tools, I did the opposite, cutting the mids and boosting the sides. And I leaned a bit right to favor the hi-hat. I then inadvertently added 2 reverbs, but it sounded huge, so I kept it. There is a standard reverb and a convolution reverb, and you can even add your own impulse responses if you want. Even with this huge reverb effect, the transients still cut through loud and clear. This is made possible by the independent processing of Quantum. In In this next example, I want to take a look at a very simple bass guitar pattern. Now the idea here is I want to take this one pattern and see if I can turn it almost into two different bass patterns built into one. The idea that I'll take the transients, process those separately, just do something crazy with it, and then look at the sustain portion and do something completely different just to create a very layered sounding bass effect. Let's see how we can achieve that. So here's where it started. Which became this. Let's see how I did that. On the bass pattern, the transients aren't nearly as obvious as they were in the drums, but Quantum is still doing a great job isolating the key transients. I started by blending the original bass back into the signal. With stereo tools, I again moved the emphasis of the transients more to the middle. Then I added some drive-in character with the saturation tool. I dropped in a compressor for more punch, and then utilized a phaser for the main effect. I shaped the tone with an EQ, then gave it some depth with the convolution reverb. Over to the sustain, I created some width by boosting the sides and cutting the mids with the stereo tool. I then added some bite with the saturation tool and then blended a chorus and phaser to create an almost synth sounding bass. I then polished it with an EQ. Let's listen to it in context with the drums. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, there's something you could do that's really simple and easy to do. It doesn't cost you a thing and goes a long way to helping this channel, and that's clicking the like button. Of course, you can leave a comment, you can share this video, and ultimately, if you enjoy what I'm doing here, hitting the subscribe button and then ringing that notification bell. If you want to do a deeper dive with the Lonely Rocker, that's me. I am on Patreon. I'll link that down below. All right, let's get back to the video. In this next example, I want to take a look at an acoustic guitar. Now, I generally will mic an acoustic guitar, but in this case, I plugged in the pickup, which is something I almost never do, and the results are generally not favorable. But I wanted to see if I could take a boring sounding acoustic guitar and give it life with Quantum. Let's take a look at that. Here's where the guitar started. And with Quantum, it became this. As with the other instruments, I use the stereo tool to focus the transients in the middle of the stereo spectrum. I added some drive to accentuate the definition of the picking. And then I added an enhancer to create more body and clarity. And then I shaped the tone with an EQ. On the sustain side, I took the opposite approach. I used an EQ to enhance the frequencies I wanted to be more prominent, and then applied a chorus effect. I then used the stereo tools to widen the affected sound, and then topped it off with a huge reverb. When blended back with the transients, you'll notice that it sounds huge, but the definition in the picking is still very prominent. So as I got to know Quantum better, I wanted to see if I could use it as a repair tool. So what I did was I took a drum loop, and I was really nasty to it. I just flattened it out with an EQ, and I want to see if I can bring it back to life with Quantum. Simple scenario. Let's see how well it does. So here's the drum loop before any processing. I then use a stock EQ to completely take the life out of the loop. So the first thing I did was boost the attack on the transients to bring the definition back, and then added some saturation to bring back some drive and character. And here I went again and used 2 reverbs. I was doing this in real time, and it's likely I did it by accident, but I liked the depth it brought back to the loop, so I kept it. Though I did dial it back. On the sustain side, I used a compressor to bring up the room, added some saturation, and then added an EQ to brighten up the top end while rolling off the bottom to clean up a little mud. I then used the stereo tools to widen the sustain in the stereo field. Quantum can definitely be used as a utility to liven up dull tracks. Well, there you have Quantum from Wavesfactory. They've gone and done it again. They've created a plugin that we didn't know we needed, and now we've got something that we just can't live without. It's certainly a unique plugin that's really a really useful utility, as well as a very interesting effects processor to help you create some really, really unique sounds. From very basic transient shaping to really unique effects processing, this is one killer plugin. Well, I'd love to know what you think about it. That's what the comments section is for. And most importantly, I hope I'm going to see you again in another video. I'm going to give you a couple of options right now. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button and/or leaving a comment. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Remember, you don't need a band to rock and roll. There are a lot of great musical projects you could do by yourself right from your own home. I hope to see you again in another video.